Hello and welcome to an album a day, day number 240, going through my vinyl collection an album at a time, down to the last few guys. Really excited to bring you this one. This is the final album from my Uriah Heep collection because I've already done the albums that come after it, but this goes back to 1989, and this is the album Raging Silence, and this is a 1989 copy. I like this cover. It's pretty good. On Legacy Records, which is the only album I have from Legacy. It's interesting to see how bands, even bigger bands like Deep Purple, Uriah Heep, would jump around from record company to record company, but it just gives you the impression of that. A lot of times they're with one record company, but other record companies will release for certain territories or, take bulk releases for certain regions. So it sometimes appears that, okay, they're flip-flopping record companies left and right, when really they're not. And if you look at Discogs, you'll see a lot of times one album, boom, 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 19 different record companies, But this is the original 1989 copy. Again, here's the front. I love the cover. There is the back, pretty nice as well. And this one actually still has the original shrink wrap, which is really nice. Just a little bit of wear on the edge because of that. But I don't know what it is about their albums, but a lot of these album covers just twist and warp like this. Clearly there's no damage to it. It hasn't been dipped in water or anything, but for some reason they do get a bit warped. I don't know why, but that does tend to happen. I think there's no insert on this one, but I always say that. And this time I'm right, just plain white insert. And of course, I've covered all these songs on Uriah Heep, the Magician's Podcast, so I won't get into how I feel about them, but I will tell you what you're getting. We opened the album with a cover song from Argent, which was a song that I loved growing up. It was called Hold Your Head Up. It was always one of those tunes that I would just love to just randomly put on. I think we had the 45 of it, the original by Argent. So that's what opens your album. Then we get Blood Red Roses, which I believe was a single, Voice on My TV, Rich Kid, and we end with Cry Freedom. Move over to side 2, and we start with Bad Bad Man, which I put in a cute little clip for when I did the podcast. More Fool You, The War Is Over, Lifeline, and we end with Rough Justice. So it's a pretty solid collection of songs. We've got, of course, Mick Box on guitar, Lee Kerslake on drums, Trevor Boulder on bass, Phil Lanson on keys, and Bernie Shaw on vocals. Really solid group of guys on this one. I've had the pleasure of meeting Mick, Phil, and Bernie and interviewing them on the Magician's Podcast. Also, I originally interviewed them on the Haskin-Cast podcast and turned those into Uriah Heep, the Magician's Podcast episodes as well. But yeah, it's an album that's definitely worth checking out in the catalog. Uriah Heep, very transitionary. I mean, the sound that they had in the early 70s versus late 70s, very different sound in the 80s into the 90s, and now they're a very, very heavy band. It's just interesting to see the progression of them from point A to point B. But yeah, check it out, guys. Raging Silence, excellent album. We'll see you tomorrow for another episode as we wind down the last few albums in my collection. Cheers.